You are a sound designer and you do field recording, but you want to go beyond that and record cool impact sounds and maybe even Foley and footsteps at home, then this video is for you. And I want to show you how you can use modular surfaces in your edit suite or home studio in order to get the right recording for your project. My name is Bastian Gerner. I'm a senior Foley artist. I've worked in the movies industry for 15 years. I also was employed at Ubisoft for 5 years, finished games like Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, and also Assassin's Creed Nexus VR. When I started out being a Foley artist, I didn't have a proper Foley stage at hand. So I was basically working out of an ADR studio, and therefore I had to build my modular surfaces anyhow. As you can see here in my studio, I have poured concrete floor in it already and also a built-in wood surface here at the end of the room, but still I'm using on top of that other modular surfaces still. Here is the variety of what you actually know to really get going in your studio. And as you can see, you don't need a lot of space for that. Maybe that is here in total 1 or 2 square meters. And that is actually all you would need to get this done and going and running in your studio. So let me show you the different surfaces that I can use here now. First of all, the poured concrete of the floor itself. Then I have my modular surface that I have built deliberately. It's a bit more direct because the sound is not really bouncing back from all of the room. It's more pointed towards that little surface. This surface is asphalt and therefore it has this very low impact and very soft tone to it, because the material is so soft. So that is basically a secret for everyone who struggles with transients, because this material is a transient shaper in nature. So if you find a piece of asphalt on the street, then you definitely have to grab that. Then we go on to the wood surface. So you can hear it is already a bit creaky, a bit hollow, and you can basically modulate the sound of it by using different areas of it. So at the side it is more stiff, and when you go more to the middle it gets more hollow. And then also when I'm standing on it, the sound changes again. Okay. Another thing I'm doing here in my studio is a special kind of microphone technique. So I'm using a direct main mic, which is in this case now the Sennheiser MKH416 and a TLM103, but I use an SM7B in addition to that for capturing low end. So if I'm going closer now to this SM7B, you will notice that the low end increases in my signal and the footsteps get heavier. So this is something you have to experience with proper headphones or speakers. So let me show you how the SM7B actually works when I'm performing my footsteps going closer towards it. That you can basically do with all the different surface types, and therefore you can perform proximity into your sounds. So let me give you another example of how these different surfaces now sound when I'm working on them. And then you might think, oh, this is not enough. I need so many different things in a Foley studio, and I need pebble stones and dirt, and I need grass. So these kind of things is also easy to handle in a home studio with filling up little bags of materials like pebble stones and dirt, and then just using those on top of those modular surfaces. I can quickly show you what I have. So this is just some pebble stones, some small ones. I can put that on any surface. and walk like that. This is dirt, for example. This is a coconut rope that I'm using for grass, for example. So let's put that on that surface. You can have a huge variety of different materials. Yeah, so that is more, I don't know, a beach or whatever. So put that on top of the dirt. And then you can create your sounds like that. If you say now, okay, but I don't want to do footsteps. I'm a game sound designer and I'm using a lot of physics objects in my games. So that is also something you could do with those surfaces, because when you insulate them properly from your main room, you can put a lot of energy on them without actually triggering the low end of your room. Think about building those, because that would actually gain a lot of benefit to your sound design. And if you're interested in how to build them, you can just DM me the word industry on Instagram and can set up a free roadmap call with me. You could either think about joining my membership, the Foley Guild, where we discuss these topics every week. And I'm also running dedicated cohort courses within that community. There is also a little mini course how to do your DIY home Foley set up yourself. That is also linked in bio on my Instagram. So thank you very much for watching this, and see you in one of the next videos. Peace, the Foley teacher.